Over 40 food items running out of stock in Manipur. Traders appeal to relevant authorities to ensure safe passage of more than 200 stranded goods trucks. And Central Board of Secondary Education announces Class 10 board exam results yesterday. This year's pass percentage of Class 10 stands at 93.12%. Hello and welcome to Impact News Watching Primetime English Bulletin. I'm KANGUJAM SHELLYRA, bringing you the top stories and latest news at this hour. Traders in Manipur appeal to relevant authorities to ensure safe passage of more than 200 stranded vehicles loaded with medicines and edible items. These vehicles are struck on the national highways in the aftermath of the May 3 violence. Speaking to media on behalf of the traders of Manipur Press Club in Imphal today, Secretary of the Economic and Resource Development Organization, IRDO, and Santa expressed concern that these trucks loaded with essential commodities are unable to reach Manipur in the wake of prevailing turmoil. He informed that around 40 food items are running out of stock in the state at present.
Kangpokpida leiriba gari se hoji akhoi gi oina sarkar gi record di around 50-60 mutang calculate tawi adubo non Manipuri trader punjal kanda akhoi gi hoji gari pandana leise 200 plus gari chani matakta pallaga lei hai tare akhoi jubjap tai kai dagi mau pareng adai dagi hona akhoi hengbung da leiba gari sing no mai leiraga khangi mayam se loi punjal kanda akhoi hoji leiriba situation ji da pochai porokpa da hoi atai pochai da changba yaba yadaba thatpa thattaba duna tonganbamni hojik pauda sakarna hai je aviation turbine fuel se sida gari 10 thoi gumba purakre hai aduna taba atopa pot amta porokpa hoigi Manipur manu Imphal manungda pot porokpa amta leitri aduna takpudi ngasai gi basic community wariba chana thakna gi potlam se around 100% si hoji Kangpokpi amadi Senapati district ki swaida loinmak pandana leire ai tare ada pallaga leiba gari sing se masi free oina thadok piraknaba sakarna su daka leba security sing tonganba nuai taba thodok se thoktanaba adumba appeal do akoi sarbobi waikong gi da mai chamber da phaminaraga kaven pd gi director su yaw kanda makoi da su akoi gi site gi appeal tawjarmani aduga kanna taksan jarami adumain tawdana Kangpokpi gi praja da su huji palliba gari sing da yam thina sokpa pochai me amma yawramani si sing je huji yam wari ba praja se da yawannaba akoi me am changdana yawan minanaba adumba thodang do lomina si haibse koi gi apunba Manipur trader haib tare ko Manipur da bazar nungda thangal bazar dagi kari dagi operate tawriba trader me am sigi mai kai dagi sugumba appeal matang tawjage haidana masigi press meet se kaujabani.
Let the commercial movement be started so that every citizen get his daily items regularly. This is my appeal to all the people of Kangpokpi district. Please allow commercial movement of vehicles.
Meanwhile, Manipur Chemists and Druggists Association MCDA expresses concern over the possibility of Manipur facing shortage of medicines in the next 4 to 5 days in the wake of prevailing situation in the state. Press release from the association draws the attention of government to bring in the stranded trucks loaded with medicines. Condemning state government's failure to provide necessary security for transport associations, take 4 decisions including decision to hold plying of passenger service vehicles along the National Highway No. 2, Imphal-Dimapur Road and National Highway No. 37, Imphal-Silchar Road. This was informed by Joint Transporter Committee Manipur JOTCOM co-convener Wangzamt Sanatomba during a press meet held at the committee's temporary office in Kesamtong, Laisom Tlerak, Imphal today. He urged the government to take necessary arrangements for safe passage of passenger service vehicles onto Imphal-Dimapur Road and Imphal-Jiribam Road. He appealed to provide adequate security so that passenger and goods-carrying vehicles stranded outside Manipur could enter the state. Sanatomba said that their resolutions and grievances of transporters will be apprised to State Security Advisor Kuldeep Singh. He also urged unauthorized agents to stop service and to stop taking opportunity of the prevailing chaotic situation. Representatives of All Manipur Interstate Bus and Allied Transport Association, Interstate Transporter Association, Imphal Silchar Road Transporter Welfare Society and .com took part in the media briefing.
Government we matik saba security piba ngamdriba phawba amadi lambi asida aki akhang leitana freely movement of yadriba phawba we passenger vehicle sing seliba gari sing asi khudakagi ekoi lepagani haina Manipur government slebak myam da khanganjari lambi asida makhata na ekoi gi freely movement satpa yanaba amsing aki akhang yaudana thingba leitana satpa yanaba Manipur government amadi central government matik saba security pibi duna masi satpa yahanbiu tongan ba unauthorized agents na अखोगी सरंग नब तंजा असि लौरगा काउंटर हांगदुना लंबी असिदा गाड़ी सरिबा असि करिगुंबा लंबी दा थोकवा अफफता दायित्व खुदिंगमक अनऑथोराइजिंग एजेंसी न पुगदबनी सिक्योरिटी यावदबा पैसेंजर व्हीकल्स असि सपिगनु अखोई मणिपुर की तोंगान बा मफमदा पंदुना लेरिबा पैसेंजर गाड़ी सिंग अमदी एसेंशियल कमोडिटी सिंग कुसलेबा गाड़ी सिंग असि मणिपुर गवर्नमेंट मतिक साबा सिक्योरिटी पिबिदुना इम्फाल तमना पुसनबिरंगनबा अथुबा मतमदा जॉइंट ट्रांसपोर्ट कमिटी मणिपुरना अकनबो वाफम थमजरी.
Manipur Kaithal Nupi Marup urges traders in Manipur to immediately refrain from hiking the price of commodities by taking opportunity of the prevailing chaotic situation in the state. Press release from Manipur Kaithal Nupi Marup demands relevant authorities to keep a check on the uncontrolled price hike of essential commodities, else it warns of taking stock of the situation. Meitei Resurgent Forum expresses disappointment over 10 Kuki MLEs of Manipur who demanded separate administration under the Union of India for Kuki people. The forum accused Kuki militants under suspension of operation of premeditating the prevailing chaos and communal riots facing the state. Speaking to media, Manipur Press Club in Imphal today, General Secretary of Meitei Resurgent Forum, Oinam Dorin, said that the forum condemns the Sioux militants for inciting communal tension by burning down houses of valley residences situated near hills. He also expressed disappointment over burning down of houses of Kuki people and churches in valley area in retaliation. Dorin stressed that both communities are equally falling victims of the communal class. Stressing the need to acknowledge the actual root causes of the recent violence, he urged all the state to work together for bringing peaceful coexistence.
Chingi MLA Tara Khangna ko ngasi moina khabar gi chemada our people can no longer exist under Manipur hai adu makhoi laimina duna laini adu ngasi gi thaudoksi tang ahum dagina hojipok thoiba sigi marak sigi mityeng jini moina hairaise adu ngasi thoiba thaudoksi da mayam gi oiba apunba mityeng ama yengaga hena chana china bomongda leiba yaba problem ji create tawdana basin ba yabane adu ngasi leiriba meitei gi sinau MLA mayam su leiri naga gi su leiri moi kanam ta phongdokte point sing se ko adu moina atamna sumaina moi gi lebam leitre haire adu si maina haira agadi amhena problem si chauthok pasu yai kanana huji akhoi awaba tari suffer tori ji kanana ha bese ko more de leibai sin nausing chuchanpu da leramba sing moi mayum sung lei leitrabani ko adu sidai da leramba sin nausing do amuk halaga leiba besum kaide adu moidi moigi mafam du da sarkharga ju moidi dum mafam du da yum ma leiriba ade moidi supply chain ji yamno strong oi moidi even helicopter no sidagi purga sarina akhoi gi adan leiba sing do ngasi am wana leiri.
Federation of Thawmi urges public to maintain peaceful coexistence in the state. Federation of Thawmi makes it clear that those who do not want to live in Manipur by sharing coordinate relations with one another are free to leave the state. Speaking to media at Federation of Thawmi office in Dulaland, Imphal today, Federation President Sapamcha Jadumani said Manipur is formed by 25 indigenous communities having their own respective clans and lineages inhabiting hills and valley regions of the state. He recalled that forefathers belonging to indigenous communities of Manipur had sacrificed their lives for the sake of freedom and integrity of the land. Jadumani warned that no one can challenge the freedom and integrity of Manipur. He said the rally organized by Atsumt on May 3 may not be called as one against the ST demand, but the rally can be considered as one held against mass opium poppy cultivation, against the demand of the NRC industry, a gesture opposing the demand to adopt ILP base year as 1951, and eviction of human settlement in reserve forest area. Jadumani also condemned that several houses of the Meitei community and places of worship have been burned down in Churchampur, More as well as churches during the violence. He urged every community in the state not to repeat such acts again. Jadumani also condemned the 10 MLAs who demanded separate administration.
Tonganba hidden agenda amda golden triangle leriba drug ki territory do adumak Manipur da same na honarakpada thoiba thodok ni haidana logdaba ngamoy hajik Manipur da leriba singi lamsi da tonga makhan gi khulai paira kanda ekoi gi misam mayam singri da landar ko se masina takpadi ekoi gi drug ki oiba territory ma same da athingba pi haibagi mayok tu daida torpal lani akoi apun bai satam thugai yaroi karigumba Manipur da Marakta sang pasang lening draba muisak kibiani.
6 different clubs and organizations of the Meitei Pangal community, including Manipur Muslim Welfare Organization, MMWO, seek concerted efforts in bringing lasting solution to the ongoing communal conflict in the state. Speaking to media at MMWO office in Hatta, Imphal today, the organization president Korimayum Bobby urged all the communities in Manipur to give up the idea of working in one's own vested interests. He appealed to leaders of every community to strive for bringing an amicable solution and strive for one Manipur. Bobby urges relevant authorities to rehabilitate displaced civilians and to ensure safe passage of stranded trucks loaded with food items. He also appealed to traders not to hike the price of essential commodities.
Sigumba thodok ase makha na amuk hanna thokta ngai gi leiriba community gi leaders sing asina su asoba thodang lawba ma mathau tai puksen sengna ekoi Manipur gi thabuk tawminaba leiriba ekoi khudimak se Manipur haibasina mangna thamna kanda thabuk khudimak se tawra kanda Manipur na mang thamma kanda maitai gi su leiriba identity sing kaidanaba ade kalu khudimak ki pangan gi su identity magi Manipur na mang thamma kanda magi pangan haiba identity du di magi manungda dum masana laksaka do potni tasengna hairiba khudimak se ekoi ethnic ki wakhalon se thadok minase.
Demand to introduce NRC in Manipur is rising. Locals teased a protest meet at the Unity Club in Kongkamtlekai today, demanding implementation of National Register of Citizens in Manipur.
NRC Hondragadi, Mapandi Changsel Manipur, Soy Kudum and Granny Wapamni, deploy ROP which can resume normalcy the private and commercial vehicle of the national highway immediately. Adugo withdraw, tripartite talk, Suji, choose Laylina, Manipur Sarkar, the Sarkarna, Asan Mirai Naiba, bias Loiva, Aduma policy season Raga, Kuki, the random the Kulai Pishanba, the national highway the Lutonba, Aduki Hendorokana, Mitegi Kunjing the Landasalakba, Asi Manipur Sarkarama, the Sarkana, 2 million young like Topos, Pende, the Senate India is democratic country, Maramadana, Yarim Sarkar. Bharat Sarkar amadi Manipur Sarkar na kodakta ai khoi sigumba normalcy lakna ba thausil tobi haidana Unity Club amadi khoi leikai leriba Manipur da leriba civil society mayamna appeal tawjabani aduga cookie group singje da singudi militant ne haidana lokthokbiu kari marang ino hai kwa da moina tongning ba thabak tawba lut tawba tongan tongam na khoi chahi ka adagi lisang sina tawrabane akhoi particularly meitai sina khang lakbane adubu akhoi ju hanadi hainingam de tasena meitai da landarak base akhoi punna thingna minase haiba wafam je ai media gi thru thamjage
more da leriba security sing asi jamna matik sadre Assam Rifles the Equina Satongai later, Maramdi, Assam Rifalga, Hadiba, Su Tonariba, Keder Singduga, Loina Chamine, Su Toriba, Keder Singduna, Amuk PDF, Hadiba, Naharon Sing Sisine, Makoina, any Tabak Satabakanda, Assam Rifalna, Saita Jingduna Lay, Mako Jauna, Adumak Tabak, Makoina Toning Kogi Mategi Mataka, Sataning with Tabak Sing Sate. Aduna Maramora Kosi, Manipur government, the central government, the hygienic body, Ekogi Saba protection over force, Pangaba Matunda, Ekogi, Lumsing, Matik Sana Pangani Haibagi. Asset pa Tajabagi assurance to Peter Matam de Koise, Moreda Hanjage, Moreda Koi, Kunda Laita, Dona Tang Daba Punchima, Labangam Jage, Habo Pumsi, Miang from the Tamsari.
Lady Moreda Ngapi, Mamang Wasaka, talking about Miam. Aquina Koi, the Muktak Soinal Nakani, Aquina Koi Punsikan, Ganina Quilan to Nakani, Aquila City, Akalaga Wasakane, live Mantri Miam Sing, Miam Sing. Aduga, Hensek only Kupak Koroni Saksara, Pizari, then Matangi, Mayam talk about the Hanri and Tamtiba oil. Masagi can do the Paduk the Haitari. Masagi Pataba Pot Miams, Loktok Bungam Deva, Loktok Pato Miams, the Indian citizen on Hokra, a Sigi Post, there Quasi life secure oidre, Aduga Quaki, London's properties secure oidre. Adumasi Punamak Togata, Hosikaiba, Potsi NRC, then a Quay life and course. Wasak Manataba, Tabu and Tono mechanism when Putopum Matautai. Masigi Potsi, not Ragadi, a Quay to the normal similar lakbird, see.
More locals who are taking refuge at the relief camp in Lumding Higher Secondary School, Kangabok constituency, complained that in Technopult area, some unidentified people pelted stones and opened fire on Assam Rifles vehicle that was ferrying evacuees from More. Evacuees also questioned Assam Rifles personnel for not doing anything against attackers and for transporting them to relief camp at night time. One of the evacuees from More, Laisangtem Tamen, said this is the third time that More locals have fled their homes due to communal clash, as the government had failed in providing adequate security to people in More. She urged the government to take adequate security measures so that people could further stay without any fear in More. On the other hand, another inmate at the relief camp, Irengbam Shyam Kumar, called it unfortunate that untoward incidents are frequently reported in More despite of deploying of several AR personnel in border town More.
Security matik chatabdagi ngasi More parjana siyawna awaba mayoknabani nga hana khakdana te mamangda ahumlak sure yum lu tawbikiba yum thugaigiba hanangna yum mai thaba masida ikoi More da security matik chana thambiu security matik chana thamlaba matamda aikoi More da mu hanjinbiu khoi More da leijaningi
selaga laba mi amadasu adumaina amuksum moi live team to bibasidi ai thawai da nuaite Assam Rifle na khurak hangdana leiba jaga da sigi thabak si to bidi si aikoi gi mitta gi pi si kamaina Assam Rifle na ching maru ma pijara ko gi thank you wainingi adubu Assam Rifle na koisal laga leiba jaga si Assam Rifle kai mai bidri kai gino security matik chana leira kanda aikoi puthokane na ngai raga nungdang da puthoisina kari logic leibagino moigi kari ahenba kari leibagino.
Meanwhile, convener of the relief camp in Lumding High Secondary School, K. Ibungo, said the relief camp also affected More locals to end opened under the initiative of Kangabok MLA. He said 110 people are staying at the relief camp and that was opened on May 10, and around 50 people are also arriving at the camp this evening. Ibungo highlighted various shortages facing by the relief camp. He appealed to the government to frame a safer policy for all the displaced people, also urging government authorities to visit the relief camp and look into the inconveniences of the inmates. On the other hand, around 110 individuals are putting up at the relief camp opened by Youth Voluntary Association on May 9th at Wangzing Bazaar Community Hall. Relief Camp Chairman Dr. Razib Kumar Narengbam said the MLA concerned and relevant DC are yet to extend any sort of help to the camp.
Masih aku cakap ni khang ninge ba, mandi aku ni mati yang pang aku jumma ma pali bani na, jum tu dah aku macam ni bani na, sida matang chang na mayam sih sebat tor ka lay bahaya basu, ngamak tu basu yang aku ayah ba, atu matam dah government na polisi ma sinbi raga, makoi jibu karamba ma faham dah kemai tor ka masih anxiety ori ba na ba yali tori man se, kali dah orang kama ma faham tasal laga thambi ba ya ba, sinbi raga diam nungai ni, government side ke dia tasnya na awat palai di sini, moi nujuan khang mani, jum amdan tu tiki thong sang dah jadi ba, potong sih kari no habis khang mani, bu mayam sih kita Yumam dat taubodo jadi hal utami tani cohum hala basi sigi mati yang se go menang tang laga mayam religiam lamding da hangi religiam se kali wali hai basi ang tang laga go menge authority thabi raga am tang hangan ningi tau.
CAF and PD officials and Patsoi police today shut down K. Nilo oil pump at Langsing for selling oil to people without the consent of the relevant authorities. In view of the prevailing turmoil in the state, CAF and PD department, under the initiative of CAF and PD Minister El Susindro, issued list of oil pumps which are permitted to sell fuels. However, K. Nilo oil pumped at Langsing has never been mentioned in the ordered list. Official team led by CAF and PD, OSD, POL, Habom Bobi along with Patsoi police personnel inspected the oil pump and banned the oil pump for supplying further oil. Habom Bobi appealed to petrol pumps across the state to abide by the government's order.
Prevailing law and order situation sigi matwingi na akoina pam khra allocation tawjabani high rationing tawriba pam sing ngasi je kunmathoi ne sigi pam sigi rationing tawriba pam sing sigi mapanda nattaba yoliba pam sing se akoina ngasi check tawjaba matamda langjingi ke ni lo haiba pam sira khoi higher authority gi kano order yaudana moina pam se pi ler madagi ngasi akoina pam se thingjan jare pam gi moi gi kano staff sing amso akoina hoji pharaga police sina jagre adu matung taba atopa pam sing da su sumaina tawbiram targadi khoina high action se same action na se moida lokho chagani pam kunmathoi ngasi hangjari ba kunmathoi sira akhoi order da panjari basi akhoi public sing sisu curfew relaxation tawri ba mat awar sira private sing anante public sing sisu loin happy ba ya gani na akhoi order su panjari bani praja sing su lapiu.
In view of the prevailing conflict and chaos in the state, Manipur People's Party (MPP) urged the governor to promptly hold a special assembly session to bring an amicable solution. Press release from the MPP says peace has not been restored in the state ever since the violence that sparked off on May 3. The party says state government's official statements and local media reports are contradictory and condemned the act of suspected Kuki Sioux groups for attacking civilians on the pretext of raising their certain demands to the government. Janata Dal United JDU Manipur State Unit forms relief committee to help displaced people who are taking refuge at various relief camps. Party President KSH Biren flagged off the first batch of relief materials today from the party office at Sri Sri Govindaji Road, Palace Compound. Speaking on the sideline, KSH Biren said essential items will be provided at relief camps opened under Imphal Municipal for the first phase.
Awana tadana relief camp da leiriba mayamsi masigi sana thangna base Manipur sarkar nasu amadi tongan ba loop or the individual mayam nasu mateng pangnari adubo masida akoi awara par laiba kharad warso akoi Janata Dal United ki maigi digi kharad warso mention ba awana ma moina pirakta ba item kharadang khangalaga akoi thawang tokjabani ngasi satpa ngamba makai ayamba Imphal municipality area sing sida laiba relief camp sing da yam chatkani tete so chana ba thawang lei adana sig mari le na koi party na koi relief ki committee ma seme relief ki camp sing sida awara pa leiba kanda koi na so ngam ba koi ngam ba sakti te leibo dimension na koi hona jaga na telephone number am so pijar gani.
Joint press release from 6 student bodies expresses dissatisfaction over the involvement of Kuki militants under Sioux in the violence clash between two communities in the state. The press note meant instead restoring normalcy would be difficult if government failed to contain Kuki militant groups under Sioux. Environmental activist Manikanta Mutum, through a video message, appealed for peace and harmony in the state. He urged all communities in Manipur to keep aside differences and make efforts to bring normalcy in the state. Student bodies of northeastern states in Delhi issued a joint statement demanding government to take concrete steps to end the prevailing humanitarian crisis in Manipur and to prevent further loss of lives and properties. Core Committee member of the relief camps opened at Moirang Thangzing retired Professor Y. Modu appealed to government to take measures to provide safety and security to people in vulnerable areas of prevailing ethnic class. Speaking to media at Moirang Thangzing Guest House today, Modu said inmates at the relief centers are suffering mental trauma and appealed to deal to them with compassion. He added that many villagers are living in apprehension due to lack of area domination by security forces in Kuki-dominated areas. Modu appealed to convert the assurances of providing adequate security forces by Union Home Minister and Chief Minister into action.
Relief camp the lady ba victim sing asina magi mangkar ba mapot masel dan tum sing ase hayeng relief ki policy ki matungina repatriation lakpa matam stage da compensation pigadra repatriation tawbigadra amasung magi mangkar dan tum sing adu amana hanjinin hangadra haibagi lokot pa matam da khodong saba pibin na bi damak FIR lodge to basile da Manipur sarkar Manipur Police Department aduga CSO Micham Praja Singna haiba mangau tauraba victim sing asigi damak khallaga achoba mateng pangani haina ekoi amukhana mari ne basingda appeal tawjari.
Settled Tribe Demand Committee of Manipur says that the ST status demand for Meitei community is not against the interest of the other communities, but the demand is to attend constitutional rights for Meitei community. A press release from the STDCM meant instead, the committee's sole objective is for every community in Manipur to get the same status and living together in harmony. STDCM appealed to refrain from spreading rumors which provoke communal tension. Evaluation of papers for Matriculation Examination 2023 conducted by BOSIM will begin from May 15 and examination result is likely to be declared by second week of June. BOSIM Chairman Akam Joy Kumar informed the same today at the closing of 3-day-long meeting for teachers on evaluation of papers for Matric Exam 2023. The chairman said the paper evaluation was scheduled to start from May 10, however, it could not be done due to the prevailing situation in the state. He said science, social science and home science paper will be checked at BOSM office and evaluation for subjects like English, additional English, Tadakuki, Analgante, Mar, Kom, Liangmai, Mao, Mizo, Paite, Paula, Luangmai, Simte, Tangkul, Vaifei, Joe, Zimi, Tangta, Mathematics, Higher Maths, Hamite Mayek, Commerce, Fine Arts, Nepali, Elementary Hindi, Bengali, Computer Science, Isai Nomai, Manipuri Jagoi, Imam MM, and Imam RS will be done at the central hall of DM College of Science.
अखोई मीटिंग से अखोई लाकदोरिबा एवल्यूशन वर्क मरी लेना तौनजगदबने हारिबसी अखोई हौजिक ओइरिबा सिचुएशनसिदा अखोइना येथोरकुदुना तांग 10 गा माथोइदगी कथरकुदुरा ngasi तांग 10 दोइ लोचले मपुंग फाना अदो हानबा तारिख 3 ता तौरमगा तारिख 10 दगी चे यंबा हौनेना अखोइ लेपजरमने अदो ngamgidare aduna maram वर्ग चे यंबसे लाकदोरिबा मेगी तांग 30 2023 दगी चे यंबा हौजरगनी अदुगा अखोइना आशा तौजरमबा मैट्रिक की परीक्षा से फर्स्ट वीक जून दा हाइदोप ngangani हाइबगी अखोइ आशा याम चावना लेजरमने अदो खितंग खुदोंजादबसिन मरम वर्गा अखोइ चयोलम मुक चोंदरगा सेकेंड वीक फ्राइडे अखोइ आशा तौरी हाइदोप ngangनबा असिमत थमजगेस.
Now it's time for a small commercial break. After the break, we bring you news on CBSE Class 10 results. Keep watching Impact News.
Presto Personalized Wonders Imphal da nauna hangdok jare hairiba asida personalized gifts, corporate gifts, awards and mementos, home decor, office rubber stamp na chingba potlamsing mafam asida phangbigani ngasi maglangsing birau Tilak Ras Enterprises Presto Thangal Bazar near Kasturi Thong Imphal. Contact number 0385-244-9025 natraga 98621-00456.
Welcome back after the break, watching Primetime English Bulletin. Central Board of Secondary Education CBSE announced Class 10 board exams result yesterday. This year, the pass percentage of Class 10 is 93.12%. Students who appeared for the board exam can check the result at the official website of the board, cbse.gov.in, results.nic.in, result.digilocker.gov.in, umang.gov.in. Trivandrum has come out as the best performing region at 99.91%, followed by Bengaluru at 99.18%, Chennai at 99.14%, Ajmer at 97.27% and Pune at 96.92%. In 2023, a total of 21,84,117 students registered for the exams, out of which 21,65,805 students appeared for the exam. The total number of students who cleared the exams were 16,000 and the pass percentage was 93.12%. There has been a decline of 1.28% from the previous year. A team of Manipur Legislative Assembly inspected relief camp which is opened at Moirang-Purult in Andhra constituency in Imphal East. The MLA team comprising K. Ibomcha, T.H. Arun Kumar, S. Kunjakeshwar, K.H. Lokin, led by R.K. Imo, interacted with inmates of relief camp and discussed inconveniences and needs of the inmates. The MLA team lauded Andhra MLA T.H. Shyam Kumar for providing relief materials to the relief camp. They also gave financial assistance and essential commodities to the relief camp during the visit. Vishnupur Apunba Tengbanglo Finance Secretary L. Debchand draws government's attention to the loss of the academic atmosphere for students of both Hills and Valley, owing to the prevailing turmoil brought on by ethnic clash in the state. Speaking to media at Bisnupur Bazaar today in connection with relief materials being provided to relief centers opened at Bisnupur Apunba Tebang Club, and District Administration Devchan expressed concern that children's education is being affected by the prevailing situation. He appealed to those who donate relief materials to include books and stationery items as well. Lions Club 322D handed over monetary help for displaced people affected by communal riots to CAF and PD Minister El Susindro. Handing over the help at Kurai Popular High School today, Lions Club 322D District Governor Dr. W. Gopi Mohan expressed sadness over the recent violence between two communities in the state, which has affected many people and brought immense losses in terms of lives and properties. Lions Club appealed to the relevant authorities to prevent such unwanted incidents and urged everyone to join hands and restore peace in the state.
Relief materials di Kerala di pihak pemilihan dia koi dah hambaga koi nama awal apa sih jadi yang topa adanya sih yang melakukan pembahas dari koi Lions Club ki library Manipur ki chapters na koi mai tahu na financial koi na help to bini aja masih amna lalu koi malam ni kaya ino ayam tu dah koi ni picture ibu relief materials ini saja normal kita sang dia apa yang na tangai pada apa kali lagi.
Jadi lisang sena kalau kudimak isilina wana laminak puni. Ado kanamo miu karana moigi wakandagi thokibani masi yamna nungaitaba mikupni thokoti thokradu matungda amanna tholoktanaba akoina table phamaga nungaina da award pa walimba akoigi darkar obisingdu tathok tasin torga tungi oina mathangda sugum machi amanna thoktanaba senbiu akoigi social organization mayam amadi government ki side su akoi request tawjage akoi Lions Club of International Organization sinasu member khudimongna koi shanti pami khana chainaba pamde Lions Club International ki taraf tagi aina mayam punamakta shanti kangnaba honami si akoi matang pangjage.
Manipuris in United Arab Emirates UAE also donated monetary help for relief camps open in the state. For the first phase, help was donated for relief camps opened at Awang Sek Mai Konjeng Klima, 2 camps each in Kundrakpom and Kurai constituencies and another in Hengang constituency. They assure of extending further aid for the affected people. Bharat Shwabiman Trust Patanjali York Committee in Imphal West District also provided daily essential to relief camps open at Koktruk Mamang and Maning in Imphal West District. People of transgender community working out Manipur today provided relief items for displaced people affected by the prevailing turmoil in the state. Relief materials worth around 50,000 rupees were provided to relief camps opened at Kundrakpom, Yumnam Kumno and Pangai through Transgender Health and Wellness Center. Transgender community assures of extending assistance in future. All Manipur Nupi Manbi Association, Amana, and Apex Body for Transgender Community of Manipur donated relief items to several relief camps sheltering people affected by the recent ethnic clash in the state. Amana Secretary, gender right activist and scholar Santa Kurai, along with association members, met with the displaced people at various relief camps and handed over the relief materials. They met with displaced people at relief camps opened at Kundrakpom Public School, Asa Club Kundrakpom, Guru Gobind College Kurai, Angom Lekai, Ningthokong Mongol Nganbi College, and Nacho. Relief materials included food items, sanitary pads, diapers, and personal care items. People's Action for National Democratic Movement Pantamt carried out drive to check shopkeepers and traders who sell commodities at higher prices, taking advantage of the state situation in the state. Pantamt carried out drives at shops in Tangal Bazaar and Pauna Bazaar, in which a shop in Mizorkult was caught selling engine mustard oil at higher price. A complaint petition will be filed at Consumer Dispute Redressal Commission soon against the shopkeeper. Pantamt, along with city police, also appealed shopkeepers not to sell items at higher prices. Kanglei Kolu Sinfom Kanban Loop also provided daily essential items to various relief camps opened at Nompok Ningto Youth Association, Top Chingtha Yeripok Matak Laikai Relief Camp of the Wangzing Kodong Popi Sports Complex, Laimram Yaifa Lamzing Club, Relief Camp of Oinam Maira Paiwi Loop, Relief Camp of Bishnupur Wat Number 7. Lamzing Maira Kudult Inbal Loop Lamkim Singsamay Manipur along with Singsamay Wangba Mongkang Lambi Apunba Maira Paiwi Loop donated relief items to villagers of Sagolmang, Kewa Kungang in Kundrakpom constituency. Organization for a Better Society, Western Palace Compound, Maisnamt Irabanta Human Elevation Trust, along with locals of Palace Compound, visited relief camps at Ngangkalawai Upper Primary School and Konjengbam Lekai Community Hall, Moirang, and donated relief items including sanitary pads and medicines. Proprietor of Segar Road Enterprise Jongtham Tomba Singh handed over relief materials to relief camps opened at 15 different locations of Bishnupur district. The relief materials were extended by Barak Valley Cement Limited. Press release from International Mutum Trust says it has donated relief items to various relief camps opened in the state and will continue to do so. Arambai Tangold, along with 11 local clubs of Mayang Imphal, Uchiwa, Sekmaizing, Hianglamt, Uabagai, Terapisak, organized medical camps at various relief camps set out in the state. And they also provided relief materials at relief camps opened at Kaibult, Moirang Lamkai, Moirang Tongal Pat, Moirang Kunot, Mawang Sabalt, Tanga, Chinkalaikai. Press note from Manipur State Bharat Scout and Guides offer condolences for the departed souls who lost their lives in the recent violence that took place in the state. It appeals for concerted effort to bring normalcy in the state. Youth Welfare Organization Tokchom Klekai Imphal also provided relief items to relief camps opened at Oinamt Awang Klekai, Bishnupur District, Relief Control Center, Bishnupur Apunba Tengbang Club, and Moirang Central Road. The organization also organized medical camps at their relief camp. Like-minded group LMG Manipur has provided essential items to inmates of various relief camps opened at Iden Girls College Gampat and at Samuro Narim Chapro. LMG team led by President L. Kunjeshwar donated relief items. Before we end, let's take a look at the headlines once again. Over 40 food items running out of stock in Manipur. Traders appeal to relevant authorities to ensure safe passage of more than 200 stranded food trucks. Due to lack of security, Port Transport Association decide to hold flying of passenger service vehicles along national highways Imphal Dimapur and Imphal Silchar Road. And Central Board of Secondary Education announces Class 10 board exam results yesterday. This year's pass percentage of Class 10 stands at 93.12%. That's all we have in this bulletin. Thank you for being with us. Coming up next is Primetime Manipuri Bulletin. For more news, you can follow Impact TV on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Have a great evening and stay safe.
Nursery dagi hauraga class 10 fawda lamdam masigi tongan